everyone, welcome back. My name is dustinkreis, and today we're going to do a game discussion. We're going to talk about Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon on the 360, the PS3, and PC. So any way you guys want to play it, it's out there for you guys to play. And this game it's been recommended to me multiple times by Steven the Laggy Gamer, and I was just like, yeah. And then watching some other videos of people talking, and finally it was Alex Return to Mother Base, his top 2013 videos. Finally I sat down and said, alright, I just need to download this game and play it because there's too many people saying great things about it. And I downloaded it on my PS3 and started playing it and didn't like it. I don't know what it was. I thought, just first starting out, I thought the game was a little bit too on the nose. I didn't like the controls. It was my first experience with a Far Cry game. So, yeah, I didn't care for it that night I downloaded it. I played for about an hour and just put it down and I was like, well, here we go. And then the next day I woke up, I had the day off, I sat down, and I pretty much played it the entire day. Something about that next day, it just started clicking. I restarted the game from the beginning, messed with the sensitivity on the control sticks for the PS3 controller, and all of a sudden, boom, it just clicked, and just fell in love with this game. And what it is, it's kind of a side story, not even really a side story. It's just, it takes the Far Cry 3 engine, kind of play mechanics, streamlines it a bit, I guess, and throws you on this island, and this 80s themed island, and says, have a fun time. I'm not a big open world game. I don't like open worlds in my games. I kind of like a more linear approach. But something about this one, this is kind of what I want from first person shooters. I don't know, it just really clicked with me. Running around on this island and kind of tackling things, liberating garrisons in the order I wanted to, and just doing, find all these nooks and crannies and all these interesting little things. Really, really enjoyed my time with this. So let's get in and let's break it down. The storyline stars you as, what was it, Rex Power Colt. How about an 80s action name right there? And he is a cyber soldier in the far-off future, And he's sent to this island with his companion teammate, Spider, to sort of infiltrate this, what were they called? Mega something. I can't remember now. This sort of island fortress of this evil corporation that's been making these bioweapons, and just you get there and wackiness ensues. This is not a serious game. It's not meant to be a serious game. What it's meant is to be a love letter to sort of everything 80s, from video games, movies, music, everything. You sit down on this island and the entire place looks like fucking Tron, because everything's got neon all over it. You're fighting robot enemies. Rex is way over the top. Kind of reminds me a lot of sort of, alright, come on. Kind of reminds me a lot of Kurt Russell in like Big Trouble in Little China, how he's always, quirping about things. If you're a fan of anything 80s, this is going to be the game for you to check out, because like your handgun is the RoboCop gun. They make numerous references to Predator, Terminator. There was a line that made me laugh. I got the touch. I got the power. From Transformers the movie. There's a mission that sends you underneath one of the garrisons into the sewers to kill 4 turtles. And I didn't think about it right away, but then as I got down in there, and you start seeing like a TV setting out and pizza boxes strewn all over the place, I was like, oh my god, you guys are fucking brilliant. So many great references to things. I was really kind of hoping eventually you got like a lightsaber, like a laser sword or something, but I guess your knife is kind of like that. The blade is, glowing. But yeah, just if you're a fan of that kind of stuff, which, I grew up on that. RoboCop, and Tron, I saw all those movies when I was a little kid. You know, it was so awesome to see how they weaved things in. And there's even a montage of Rex getting ready for the big battle, and it's just so brilliant. But really, what drew me in and kept me playing was the gameplay, and I've never played a Far Cry game before. And this game made me go out and buy Far Cry 3 proper. So, yeah, you just kind of, it's an open island, and it drops you down in the middle of it at one of the garrisons, and basically says, explore. Now, there is sort of a linear story that you have to work your way through, but if you want to start off and tackle all of the garrisons and liberate all of them before you even do any of the storyline, you can. You can go around and find VHS tapes, TVs, you know, documents. There's just all this stuff to collect. And it doesn't feel like a major chore doing it. That's really the awesome thing about it. There are multiple ways of tackling your objectives. My favorite thing, you know, any game that gives you, first-person shooter, gives you a bow and arrow and makes it, I mean, it's easy to say, oh great, a bow and arrow, what am I going to do with that when I got machine guns? But I use that bow and arrow more than any weapon in the game, because you could just kick back, hide in the bushes, and stealth kill everything. And there was such a sense of accomplishment if you go to liberate one of these garrisons and you completely stealth kill the entire place. You don't really you get bonus experience for stealth kills, but you know, it's not like, you know, you stealth killed this entire garrison. It's personally satisfying to me to sort of do that and sneak around and be like a silent assassin. So it's really making me look forward to playing Far Cry 3 whenever I eventually throw it in. But first-person shooter, the controls are a bit loosey-goosey on the PS3, so you might have to mess with the sensitivity of the sticks a little bit. But yeah, if you've played Far Cry 3, this is a no-brainer. If you have never played a Far Cry game, this is, I mean, you can get Far Cry, I think I paid $17 for Far Cry 3, and this is $15. And it's about, I want to say about 6 or 7 hours, maybe 10 hours at tops, depending on how much exploration you do. I didn't complete everything in the game. I got all the collectibles. I'm missing a weapon. I think I'm missing like a rocket launcher that you get off one of the enemies. But yeah, so awesome. The graphics are really good. You know, I was never blown away by the graphics, but when you get into these open world games, the world is so vast, and there's actually some really cool effects. Like if you set off a Molotov cocktail, it'll burn the grass around you. Now, players of Far Cry 3 are like, oh yeah, duh. But, you know, I have never experienced that before. So there was one time where there was all these cyber soldiers just standing in this field, and I was like, man, I don't want to fight all these fucking guys. So I just threw a Molotov cocktail, burned the grass, and burned them all. There's a bunch of, you know, animals around that you can kill. Some of them are kind of hard to get, like the birds are kind of hard to get. And there was another one that I was like, oh, how am I going to get this one? But yeah, you know, I guess I kind of stepped back into the gameplay there. But the graphics, I mean, I really just enjoyed my time with it. The 80s theme, how everything was neon. The great thing about the graphics is the cutscenes are like old NES cutscenes, where it's just, it really reminded me of Ninja Gaiden on the NES. And when people move around, there's no animation to it. It's just like a action figure kind of moving across the screen. It really brought back a lot of memories of playing these old games here, and that's, you know, that's the kind of thing you want. This is a complete nostalgia trip. The music and audio is really good as well. You know, I was using sort of just the sounds. You know, you'd hear a truck coming over a hill, and you'd be like, oh shit, here they come. You have to hide in the grass really quick because there's a Jeep coming by with a patrol. But the real awesome thing, you know, we can talk about the voice acting. Personally, I kind of found Rex to be a bit annoying as you move through the game. But I guess that's kind of the point, you know. Really, the music is what really sets us apart, and just wonderful, like, synth, hair metal type music, you know, what you would expect from an 80s game. And, yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys. If you haven't tried Blood Dragon yet, you definitely need to give it a shot. And apologies to Steven for not taking him at his word right away, because I had a great time with it, and I'm looking forward to Far Cry 3. I know that the gameplay was streamlined quite a bit for Blood Dragon, and someone on the last video I did, the pickups video, said Far Cry 3 was kind of a chore to play. So I guess we'll see, what that is all about. But really looking forward to jumping in and exploring those islands in Far Cry 3. But as for Blood Dragon, that's really kind of it. It's out for download. You guys probably picked it up in a Steam sale somewhere. And if you did, for dirt cheap and you haven't played it yet, boot it up, because it is a lot of fun. And the only thing I didn't really like about it is I'm not a big down the sights shooter fan. I don't know why. I kind of like more arcadey shooters like Halo and stuff like that. But after a while, I kind of got used to the down the sights action, because I'm not a big Call of Duty player. I just dabble here and there at friends' houses and stuff like that. But yeah, I eventually got used to it and kind of enjoyed it. It's still not my personal cup of tea, but everything else about the game just made it. That's the one little blemish on this game, is that it has the down the sights for me. For you guys, you might love down the sights. But anyway, that is it for this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.